Hi babes, welcome back to another natural hair video. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, what's up babe? Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about how to prevent and treat dryness in your natural hair. Number one is regular deep conditioning. Use a deep conditioner every 2 weeks to replenish your hair. Now, if you can't do that every 2 weeks, make sure you deep condition your hair anytime you wash your hair. On your wash days, make sure you take your deep conditioning seriously. Don't skip deep conditioning. Deep conditioning definitely requires time and patience, and I can understand why you want to skip that, but you are exposing your hair to dryness. So make sure you take your deep conditioning treatment very seriously. Don't play when it comes to deep conditioning. If you want to take out dryness in your hair, make sure you are deep conditioning on a regular, okay? Make sure it's a constant thing. Don't ever skip on deep conditioning. Before we continue this video, why don't you subscribe to my channel? If you are into natural hair contents or wig contents, then this is definitely the place for you. Like this video so YouTube recommends it to people who need it, and leave a comment down below so I know this video has been of help to you. Thank you so much. Now let's continue. Number 2, moisturize often. Make use of a water-based leave-in conditioner or a moisturizer to hydrate your hair. This is why you need a moisturizing routine, okay? If you don't have one, get one, okay? You can use the LCO method or the LOC method. The LCO method is liquid, cream, and oil, or you can go in with liquid, oil, and cream, which is the LOC method, depending on which one works better for you. And when you moisturize your hair, make sure you are starting from the tips of your hair. Start from the tips and work your way to the roots. The reason you are doing that is because the tips are the older parts of your hair, and if you apply products right from your roots and you pull your hands through your hair, you are going to be breaking off the tips, which are easily prone to breakage. Why not apply the leave-in conditioner or moisturizer at the tips of your hair first to get them protected before you proceed to the roots? In that case, when you pull your hands through your hair or you are applying the products on your hair, you minimize breakage, okay? Number 3, seal in moisture. After applying the moisturizer, make sure you seal in the moisture. So how do you seal in this moisture? You do that by applying natural oils like coconut oil or olive oil. That is, after you apply your moisturizer or your leave-in conditioner, you go in with either coconut oil or olive oil to seal in that moisture, okay? Number 4, avoid harsh shampoos. Use mild shampoos or sulfate-free shampoos, because in most cases, mild shampoos or sulfate-free shampoos won't strip your hair of its natural oils. We don't want our natural oils to be stripped off. Don't do anything that is going to be stripping off your natural oils, okay? So make sure you use sulfate-free shampoos or mild shampoos. Don't use shampoos that are too harsh, because if you do use shampoos with sulfate in them, you're going to end up stripping your hair of its natural oils, which is going to end up making your hair dry. When the natural oils in your hair are stripped off, your hair becomes dry and prone to breakage. So if you want to prevent and treat dryness, then make sure you are using mild shampoos or sulfate-free shampoos to maintain your hair's natural oils. Number 5, limit heat styling. Excessive heat tools can dry out your hair. So if you have to use them at all, use heat protectants, but make sure you do that in moderation. Don't use too much of heat on your hair. If you want to prevent dryness in your hair, make sure you limit the amount of heat you apply in your hair, okay? You can't be wanting to prevent dryness in your hair and keep using things that ice your hair out. Number 6, protective styling. Wear protective hairstyles like twists, braids, or buns to minimize exposure to environmental factors that can dry out your hair. When you put your hair in protective styles, they just tend to hold in moisture better, and your ends are protected. Your hair is not exposed, so they hold in moisture a little bit longer than your hair would do if you had left it alone. So if you wear protective hairstyles, it's going to help out so your hair doesn't get dry out quickly. Number 7, stay hydrated. Drinking enough water is key to overall hair health. Don't shy away from drinking water. Drink a lot of water. I'm not saying go and carry 1 gallon of water and finish it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be conscious, make a conscious effort to drink more water. Keep yourself hydrated, okay? Our hair actually reflects what we put into our body, okay? So drink enough water to keep your hair hydrated, because if you're hydrated, your hair is not going to be drying out so easily. Number 8, avoid over manipulation. Constantly touching and styling your hair is going to lead to dryness and breakage. So handle your hair gently and avoid excessive brushing and combing, okay? Don't brush your hair too much. Don't comb your hair too much. Stop over manipulating your hair. Leave your hair. I just need to stress that. Alone. Leave it alone. Trim or dust your ends regularly. These ends can contribute to dryness and breakage. So regular dusting or trimming your ends helps maintain healthy hair. So when you see that the tips of your hair are so dry and damaged, please, if it's not too much, don't cut more than you're supposed to cut, all right? If you're cutting more than you're supposed to cut, you won't see any growth in your hair. Your hair is growing out, but there is not going to be any length, okay? So just make sure you're cutting the amount that needs to be cut, okay? Cut off what needs to go. Don't overdo it, all right? If it needs dusting, dust it. If it doesn't need dusting, it needs to trim it. But make sure you don't have that much damage the next time, so you don't just keep on cutting off your hair. Number 10, avoid exposure to sun. UV rays can dry and damage your hair. If you need to be in the sun for a long period of time, make sure you're wearing a hat or use products with UV protection when spending an extended period of time in the sun. Okay, so protect your hair from the sun if you're going to spend so much time outside, all right, in the sun, okay? Because UV rays can dry out your hair. So do things that are going to protect your hair from drying out. These are things you can incorporate into your hair routine to prevent your hair from dryness. So you have to take a conscious effort to do these things to treat and prevent dryness in your natural hair. That will be all for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye, babes.